Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about excellence. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 7th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan. Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training in Japanese, Training de Okane o Mura ni suru no wa yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and, even better, thrive in business. 1. Sell more and do it more easily. 2. Exceed your targets. In fact, blow up your targets. 3. Make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 336, and we're talking about the 4 excellence for salespeople. The front row of sales training courses will often have the best salesperson sitting there trying to get even better. The salesperson who is failing or is a mediocre performer is nowhere to be found, or is there but is solidly resisting the content and approach. I read this many years ago and decided I would attend all sales training I could get, and that I would be in that front row because I wanted to meet the top performers. I walked the talk, and recently I attended a webinar in sales for a chamber of commerce being run by my competitor. I wasn't there to spy, but there to learn. In the same vein, I read books on sales and listen to podcasts on the subject. I was listening to one recently where the guest being interviewed mentioned 4 excellent attributes in salespeople. He noted coachability, urgency, resilience, and curiosity. You would say that is pretty obvious, and fair enough. But still, these are not always present in salespeople. Coachability is an interesting one. At the superficial level, people say they are ready to learn, to improve, but the rubber meets the road when it comes to changing habits and shaping behaviors. In fact, they are not really coachable because they resist change, even though they are not doing well in sales and have in fact never done especially well in sales. You would think their numbers would inform them that they need to try a new approach, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They are in their comfort zone, and they don't want to emerge from there to do what is needed to improve. Sales has a big accountability aspect to it. Sales leaders only take a certain amount of responsibility for their salespeople because they see the individual has to be accountable for their inputs and effort, and really, it is up to them to do the work themselves. There isn't a lot of hand-holding going on in the world of sales management because the exit door is the preferred mechanism to solve problematic salespeople who won't change or can't improve. There's no great appetite to rescue them. For Japan, this won't work anymore, though, and the rescue part, or the amelioration part, is becoming more needed. Declining population, in particular, declining youth population, means there is a shortage of staff, and especially salespeople. We can't expect even competent people anymore and have to take what we can get. That also means we have to pump more energy into getting them to be effective in sales. Urgency is about speed of taking action and having excellent time management methods in place. There's a lot to do in sales. As we get deals, we get busier, and when there aren't any deals, we get busy trying to get clients. It doesn't stop. Disorganized people get into sales and they stay disorganized, making it hard to be successful. I will bet that if you peel back the factors behind why a salesperson is struggling, their poor time management skills will be a prominent factor. This is not complex though. The time management quadrant 2, not urgent but important, is where the planning has to get done. And the urgent and important is where we live for the rest of the time. Planning means setting out our goals and then matching our priority schedule against the time required to get them completed. The key is to plan first and then follow the plan, which seems to defeat the vast majority of salespeople. We have to work with a sense of time, poor urgency to make sure we can get everything done which needs to get done, and we need to know what is the order in which it should be done. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs, as well as we do them in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. On the 12th of April, we're doing our Dale Carnegie course, flagship program for us. It covers everything you need. We all know we need to be able to lead. Whether we've got the status of leader or not, we need to be able to lead, to move up in our career. We've got to have suggestions, ideas that people adopt. We've got to have influence over others. So leadership is obviously a critical factor. A big chunk of that is being able to get on with people, having good people skills and good communication skills too. These are like a little package. If you want to be a good leader, you've got to be able to speak very persuasively, concisely, clearly, and you need to be good with people, and particularly people who are not like you. The other big factor in there is change. We've got to try new things, do new things, but people don't like change. They don't want to do anything new. They want to do the old things, even if they're not working. So the ability to get change is coming out of your comfort zone, trying stuff new. Of course, it delivers that in spades. And the last one is stress management. If you're struggling with stress, your productivity is going to be low, and your impact is going to be low, and your outcome, results are going to be low. So we've got to cure that. And this course also takes care of that problem as well. It gives you the tools you need to overcome your stress management problems. Now, on the 20th of April, we're doing high-impact presentations, 2 days, 2 instructors, everything videoed, tremendous amount of review, tremendous amount of feedback, coaching, lots of role modeling going on. Really excellent program, very concise in those 2 days, but very powerful at the same time. You learn all the structures you'll ever need for giving talks. You'll learn how to connect with your audience, how to engage the audience, how to use all the tools in your quiver there, and all the arrows, I should say, in your quiver, mixing up my metaphors, all the arrows in your quiver, and get the practice with the coaching and feedback. This is a tremendous program, and it really does make a huge difference. It's a turnaround program. It's a pivot program. It's a dynamic program that will change the trajectory of your business and career. I'll just say that again. It will change the trajectory of your business and career, so don't miss it. This is a course you need to do. It is phenomenally powerful. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small, medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Resilience is all about self-belief in the face of rejection and failure. I have to keep in mind they are not rejecting Greg's story. They are rejecting my offer in this business cycle, at this point in the financial year, at this point in their internal planning, in this offer's current format, at this particular price point, with their sense of relative value, etc. Winston Churchill's great quote is needed for salespeople who are going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Most of the time, we fail in sales. Most of the time, the client doesn't make a decision or goes with a competitor or rejects our offer. There's a fine line between learning from failure and being overwhelmed with self-doubt. Of course, we have to reflect on what we could have done better without beating ourselves up, such that we can't get back on the saddle after having been thrown. It is easy to spiral down further when things are not going well, but we have to dust ourselves off and keep going. We need to do more study of the industry, the firm, the techniques of sales, do more role play practice, and make a bigger effort to find prospects, make more calls, and see more buyers. Curiosity is about really trying to understand the buyer's needs. If all you're doing is blabbing on endlessly about the features of your widget, then this idea has no meaning for you. If we have a genuine desire to fully understand what is driving the buyer's problems, we're on the right track to find a solution. Or we will quickly discover they are not a buyer because we don't have what they need. We don't waste any further time. We move on and find a real buyer. There is no point in manufacturing a fake desire to understand the client's problems. If you are going to go to the effort at all, you may as well go deep and be sincere. The point is, we are looking to solve their problems, and to do that, we need to be driven to analyze what is going on in the client's world. We're not looking for a sale. We're looking for the reorder, because we bring such value to the buyer that we become their trusted partner. Each of these aspects of coachability, urgency, resilience, and curiosity are obvious. But like many things in sales, obvious, but not adopted and not actually applied in our everyday work. Tugging our forelock and genuflecting in the general direction of these truths is meaningless unless we do something about mastering each aspect. How do you measure up on all four fronts, and where can you do better? This is the mindset of the top performer sitting in the front row. How can I do more, better, easier, faster? If you are not the top performer, then here is a 4-point roadmap to employ, and you can start right now. No sign-ups needed and no waiting required. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, moolah, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.